Hey guys, welcome to another beautiful day, Saturday day in the shop. I'm Fred. So I was making some new blast shields, a little bit longer to keep all the filings contained closest to the mill. And all of a sudden I'm listening to my heater and the fan's not coming on. And I said, shit, what now? You know, there's always something. So I pulled this board out and yeah, I found couple cold solder joints. One of the capacitors just shook completely loose, so gotta fix that. Found the main incoming power to the relay that turns the rear fan, the blower fan on, had a bad joint as well. So I had one over here there a couple of years ago and just loaded it up with some solder, then cleaned it up. So today's little job is to clean this little relay post, so I can get my heater working, or else I'm not working in the shop because it's too freaking cold. All right, guys, I'll give you a close-up of the board. Hang in there. So let me get set my scribe and I'll show you. You can see right here, there's a little bit of carbon track. That means that they didn't put enough solder on there, and you can see it's actually loose right in the board itself. So today's job is to get this all cleaned up. And I have one little component, this capacitor, it just popped right out. And you can see it's a weak solder joint because the whole post, if it broke off, I could understand it, but it didn't, it just popped right out. So we're gonna clean that up, put a big wad of solder on there, get it all nice and, like I said, clean, and then we'll reinstall it. So let me get this done, and I'll come back when we're all soldered up. All right, guys. Hey guys, we're back, and we got the heater working. So a few components had cold solder joints, and one, the main power where it feeds the main relay. Yeah, it was a cold solder joint. It was arcing. You can see the little black spot around. So that's all soldered up. I do have a little small problem with that fan. It's making a little bit of noise, so I'm probably gonna have to just get a new motor. It's one of those totally concealed motors, so yeah, we're just gonna replace the motor, but it's back to normal. I didn't have to spend a couple $100 on a circuit board. Awesome. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get some stuff revised up on the in the mill, and it'll be the arms, new arms. We're gonna fire up the mill. I just got a couple things to finish off. I got my new blast plates, I call them. Stops all the chips from flying all over the shop floor here, and then I drag them in, and then you know what else happens. I've told you a million times. Anyway, so I'm gonna get my plates on there, or my shields on there, and we'll come back. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, so I've got these two pieces in the vise. Just gonna put a little round contour in there. I've already got it marked with some scribes at my my end point, and then we're gonna plunge down. I was going to put these, if the block was wide enough, I would have shoved them in the lathe and put them in the forge jaw like I did the other ones, and then just spin them out. But unfortunately, these pieces came like this, and all I did was clean them up. So we're gonna take this little 2-inch cutting head and go up to this part here, back and forth a few times, and go right down to the bottom them out. And there's like a few other processes I have to take off. A little more off here, up to 1/2 inch. So, and then drill the holes for the main rods that hold to the main chassis. So let's get on with it. I'm just going to do a touch off, and part of this is going to be done off camera because it's just going to be back and forth. So, but I'll give you an idea of what's going on here. Okay, we're touched off. We're going to run this thing about 500 RPM. 450. All right, let's go for the first shot here. Dial in my knee. Right. Take off. 10th thou. All right. Layer on there. It's going to be noisy, guys. Okay guys, so that's what I'm going to be doing back and forth. So when I get her down to almost finished, we'll come back. Okay guys, we're back. I'm on my, I guess my second final cut here. I opted to use the knee to raise and use it somewhat like a boring head. So here we go. Running oil. You might hear a little bit of noise. That's the air going. Want to keep that bit, those cutters cool. Good chips are coming off. I'm taking my time. See if I can move this a little bit. Slow down the air. So not making too much noise. All right. One final cut. And this one's going to be about 5,000. Here we go. Okay guys, so that's it for that side. I'm going to switch the pieces around and we'll start on that side. I'll come back. Okay guys, we're on the second piece now. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in about 10 thou, just to mark it, and then I'm going to raise the knee up and down. I'll give you a few shots how I did it, and then when we get near the end, I'll bring you back because it's just a lot of repetition. So. All right, let's get started here. Let me get in your way here, turn a little bit of air on. And I'm going to use even cutting oil on these carbides here. All right, there's the table. I've got the vise locked down pretty good. I put everything I had into her. All right, back her out. There we go. All right, we're at our line. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take my first cut here by raising the table itself. Just like using almost a boring bar. Not going too fast, that's why it's taken a little bit longer than expected. And on the first few cuts I take about 40 off. And I lock the table up. And it's the process real slow. And we're making chips. As I get closer into the curve, I'm lessening the amount of feed that I put into it. I like the new shields I made. It keeps all the chips in one little spot instead of all over the friggin' place. I'm going to give you a couple side shots here. All right, here we go. I don't have a quill feed on this machine. Like I said, old, and so I gotta do it this way. One more time. I would have used the boring bar, but I reground all my ends to make those Acme internal cutters. So I have to do it this way. Okay guys, we'll come back when I'm near done. Okay guys, one more pass, and that'll be it. So there's going to be 1/10 thou pass and then 1/5 thou pass. All right, so that will be done. This is very time consuming. Lots of noise. All right, guys, I'll bring you back. Let me just clean up a little bit. Okay, guys, so we're finished here. Let me just get these out of the vise here. Just got to clean off some of these edges. And take these parallels out of here. Give this thing a good wipe. I got all the crap off the floor. That was actually nice that these new shields keep everything very, very close to the mill. So it saves me time from having to spend 2 hours cleaning the floor and cleaning all around the shop, because these things just fly all over the damn place. So yeah, these things worked out well. So we're gonna put these right here. Let me clean off this one piece. I'm gonna deburr it with the Noga. I love this tool. This thing was awesome. Yeah, so this is that Noga tool. I got this from Fastenal. They had these things on sale. I think it were like 19 bucks. Good deal. These things are awesome. It swivels in the hole and just follows the contours or the edges really nicely. And it takes off that burn, that sharp edge. And do one of those. And do one of these here. There we go. So, clean this up a little bit. That that fly cutter, or that not fly cutter, the shell mill, worked pretty good. I didn't really want to use it that way. I would normally use a boring bar, but a few episodes back when I was doing the tooling for the welding table, I had to make some Acme cutters, so I ended up using my boring bars and chewing them all up. So anyways, there we go, guys. Got the contours on both sides, and they're look pretty good. And those will be the new arms for the knurler. So I don't know how many angles I can give you a shot of, and the finish is pretty good. I'm just going to take a little bit of emery, and this part of it is done for these arms now. So yeah, I was happy I got those done today. I got so many things on the fly right now, and I'm going to give you a shot. I just acquired a new PLC from one of the guys, and so guys, this is a PLC. This is called a Mercury Plant Controller. RDM is the company, and you can find them on net. Their tech support guys are really, really cool. I got the controller. I got the software free. The controller, this was an old chemical feeder for a company. I forgot the company. But anyways, we tore them out because it wasn't working. So I took this particular one home, and my buddy's got a couple of them as well. And I donated a couple to the school or the universities. Anyways, I'll give you an inside view. Hang in there. Yeah, so this has got your status points for telling you if you got a motor that's on or off. You put a CT around there, or a status relay. You got a bunch of digital outputs. These are straight outputs which will turn a pump on, a fan on, your lights, all kinds of stuff. And then you've got analog inputs. Now these are really cool because you can modulate modulating valves with these analog inputs and analog outputs. Inputs are for your temperature. Outputs would be your variable, like a variable speed drive. You can hook it to your 0 to 10. You can also go 4 to 20 on this. There's a little resistor right there that you get with it. So, and you just put that and then ground that. That gives you your 4 to 20. Anyways, yeah. So I'm going to be the lazy man this summer. I'm hooking up my my pool pump. I've got 12. So first one's pool pump, my solar heater,
will be the second one. I've opted those to be 110 and these ones to be 24 volts. These are going to be for some low voltage lighting. I got my sensors. I've got these really cool valves I'm going to show you. What you do is you energize them with 110. Capacitor charges. You take the power off the valve, and the capacitor swings the motor back to the closed position. I'm going to use the closed position for one reason: anti-siphoning on my solar heater, because it's up on the roof there, so it stops all the water from coming back down. And then I got a bunch of valves that'll modulate that if the pool water is satisfied. And on the front here, you have a little LCD screen, and you can change all your set points and times and everything else. So this controller is going to do my pool, solar heater, chemical feeders for the pool, biocide and chlorine. It's going to do the temperatures in, out, and then mix 3 valves, modulate 3 valves depending on my temperature. Also, it's going to do my outside lights around my deck, and it's also going to do my garden. I got some Rainbird solenoids. I'll give you a shot of that when I get it all together, and when I get it installed, I'll give you a shot of that as well. Anyways, that's it for the PLC part of it. Anyways, okay, guys, that's it for this Saturday. Got the arms done. I got my troubleshoot the heater and got it fixed. Did a couple cold solder joints on a capacitor and main inlet power. Just wasn't enough solder on some of those boards because it's very, very thin. I think that copper cladding on those boards is probably around 2 thou of an inch, so you really can't put a lot of amperage into it. And I know that fan was giving me motor before. The PLC, I'm going to keep you updated on that when I get it installed. All the Rainbird, the watering, I just figure this is a great controller. I've worked with these things before. I've done a bunch of programs for these things. Very simple. And if I do get into a crunch, I can call the tech support, which they're awesome. Anyways, guys, for this day, I'd like to say thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all my new subscribers. And you guys have a great Saturday afternoon. Bye for now.